Being lucid in dreams can be super fun, but unless you follow these few simple guidelines, it might turn sour real quick. In fact, I've been in this very situation before, because no one told me that things like that could happen. I was just walking down the street, having fun, conversing and such. Wait, hold up. Is that Drake? Drake! And then I made one crucial mistake. I turned my lucid dream into a complete nightmare. In a mere second, the streets turned from crowded to empty. I quickly found myself in some kind of sewer. That's when I heard it. It was coming for me. All of a sudden, my phone rang. I looked down at it and... Pick up the phone, baby. I know you're home, baby. But in all seriousness, I think this is going to be one of my more important videos, because I know all of you want to lucid dream, but a lot of you may not know that some things shouldn't be done, even though they can be done. Because instead of having a nice fun lucid dream, you'll get a nightmare, and that's not fun for anyone. So let's get into the first thing you should never do. You should never, under any circumstances, look into a mirror. If you're just walking around in your dream and you happen to encounter a mirror, turn away from it and just go the other direction. It's imperative that you remember this, because it could result in you having a truly horrifying and scarring experience. In a dream, a mirror might reflect a horrifying image of yourself, something that'll really scare you and cause you to panic and start to lose control of the dream. As soon as you lose control, you're in a nightmare, or you've woken up, which we don't want either to happen. So avoid mirrors at all costs. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, never, and I mean never, should you attempt to lucid dream if you're in a bad mental state. Say you had a bad day, something happened and it upset you, and then you want to escape from it in your lucid dream world. It isn't healthy, and you also kind of sound like an alcoholic. Aside from that, there's another reason you shouldn't do this. While in a bad mental state, you might imagine something that really scares you, and the effect is the same as looking into a mirror. You lose control of the dream, and you fall into a nightmare. Number 3, say you hate someone in real life and you wanna fucking kill them, you know? Alright, calm down, Ted Bundy. Now, you could probably get away from the police using your lucid dream powers. What you can't get away from is from yourself. You're still the same person you are in real life, and if you're not a sociopath or a psychopath, it's gonna affect you heavily. Like, you just killed a person, and it felt super real. How are you gonna feel after that? Obviously awful. So don't do it, okay? Now let's say you failed to listen to my advice. You looked into a mirror, you killed someone, and now you're in a nightmare. Don't worry, I'm here to help you out. Here's the list of actions you should take to regain control. Try to make yourself spin for a little bit. This will make sure that you get at least some semblance of control back into your dream world. Next, we're going to identify the threat. What is it that you're scared of in your dream? Is it something chasing you? If so, there's a few ways to counter this. But let's stick to your 2 God-given instincts: fight and flight. Let's start with flight because it's easier. So while you're running away from whatever is chasing you, imagine that the next corner you turn, there's going to be a door with the most peaceful place you could imagine. And you're going to step through that door, then the door is going to disappear, so nothing can follow you right through. If you believe this enough, you can easily escape any threat that's chasing you down. And then there's fight. Now this is really risky, but it can turn into a super cool experience if you do this right. You're going to try to talk to whatever's chasing you. If you're able to successfully talk with them, ask, "Why are you chasing me?" you might acquire some pretty deep knowledge about yourself. However, in most situations, I recommend using flight, because sometimes you can't even see what you're scared of, and it could be just your feelings. So the door around the corner or behind your back is always a great way to try and regain control in a lucid dream. So now that you know this, go out there and have fun. But make sure that you like this video and subscribe first, because otherwise all the tips I just talked about won't work. 100% guaranteed.